When New York City Mayor Eric Adams said 100,000 migrants would destroy his city, most New Yorkers heard it as a battle cry. It was the first time a Democrat had ever been so bold. Democrats were walking through a third world country in Midtown and pretending everything was fine. Well, the mayor realized we were going bankrupt and the sanctuary city dream was dead. But today, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez held a press conference in Midtown Manhattan, the heart of the migrant crisis, to declare no, the sanctuary city dream lives on. And suddenly AOC had walked into a war zone.
Of America. Yeah, that's what is there? What is this here then? Yeah, barriers for who? For who? For us?
The city's on edge. This is not a crowd to lie or lecture to.
What we seek to do, and what we seek to do is to make sure that all the resources are necessary and that we are joining with the city and state administration.
Most real New Yorkers, we don't do photo ops. We don't have time. This isn't Washington, D.C. You don't come to New York City, plant a mic, and tell you, we're better than you, and that we need to be more compassionate and understanding. New York's been pretty compassionate with the migrants so far. We've been paying for $500 a night hotel rooms. We gave them Xboxes, flat screens, cribbage. They don't even play cribbage. We've been doing their laundry for them. We even cooked culturally appropriate food for them after they threw away our PB&Js. And now they're getting free education and free health care. And they're paying no taxes, but for us, we pay the IRS half. AOC has ignored New Yorkers at her own political peril, and now she's not welcomed in her own town.
What did you think that AOC, when she came out and other members of Congress, they had this press conference, what did you think about their comments?
They will never be allowed to walk down the streets again. They have destroyed our city, and New York, especially Queens, is woken up. This is up to us. This is up to each and every one of us to stand up. Nobody's coming here for us. Right. We're here for ourselves. If we don't get up and fight for our city, nobody's coming for us. They're coming to destroy it.
AOC, who can waltz in anywhere she wants, Hollywood, the U.S. Capitol, Miami during the pandemic, can't walk around New York without getting chewed out by the people who love this city, because she clearly doesn't. The Congresswoman's been exposed. Primetime was in her district just a while back, and she's just a selfish no-name there.
It's got worse. His son Hunter getting indicted on 3 gun charges. It's relying on a federal form 3 years ago while cracked out of his mind. And it's the same firearm that got tossed out in a garbage can, which he then blamed on illegals. If convicted, Hunter could face up to 25 years in the slammer. And prosecutors hint there could be more charges on the way. It's a real head-scratcher if you take Joe's word that his son has done nothing wrong.
First of all, my son's done nothing wrong. I trust him. I have faith in him. And it impacts my presidency by making me feel proud of him.
This thing about a gun, I didn't know anything about it. I have great confidence in my son. I love him, and he's on the straight and narrow, and he has been for a couple of years now, and I'm just so proud of him.
Democrats are relieved that Hunter's gun charges don't have anything to do with Joe Biden yet.
We shouldn't take delight in other people's misfortunes, but we have to have a rule of law, and when people commit crimes, then the consequences follow.
The Justice Department charges have nothing to do with the president.
Hunter Biden is a private citizen. He is not the president of the United States.
It sounds like a prosecutor appointed by Donald Trump, kept by Joe Biden to investigate his own son, has found that there's no wrongdoing that Joe Biden did. So, great.
Tell that to Fang Fang. Joe Biden's other problem, that's not named Hunter, is his age. And it looks like Democrats can't avoid that one either.
Well, age is a relative thing, as we all know. Let's be in the very positive vein about age. It is about judgment, and that's what a president needs to have. Joe Biden knows his why.
The conclusion that people draw is, I think, off base. When people say to me, well, he's old, yeah, that's right, but look at what he's gotten done. And
Then, if that's not enough for you, look at the alternative.
The White House gets frustrated with the media for bringing it up, but they're not going to stop. It's a water cooler issue.
Yes, I'm sure after
just
voting it is a vote.
All right, Judge, gun charges. Is this all there is, or is there more to come?
There is definitely more to come. First of all, the walls are closing in on Joe Biden right now. The dominoes have started to fall. We talked about this with David Ignatius, the opinion piece in the Washington Post. We knew that it was going to start falling apart. And then we have Nancy Pelosi, who's a very smart woman who is able to say very clearly that, Joe Biden is the greatest, Kamala is the greatest. And instead, she refuses to say that Kamala Harris is the best running mate for Joe Biden. OK, and then you've got Mika Brzezinski actually saying this morning that this has now become a real serious discussion about Joe's age and his mental acuity. OK, but now we've got.
Hi, friends. It's Tisha Powell. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Friends, please go ahead and hit that free like and that free subscribe button. It helps a lot. Today, we are going to dissect Fox News. You saw Jesse Watters with AOC. AOC is one of the biggest socialists in the United States. Yes, she is a socialist. That's why people in New York are not happy with her, because New York City is becoming very socialist. We've got a lot of the homeless people and a lot of the illegal immigrants. They just live on the side of the streets now. It's not uncommon in New York to see people shooting drugs up. That's socialism for you. Thank you, AOC, for bringing socialism to New York. Now you see people in New York do not want to be a part of AOC anymore. And then now we saw Fox talking about Hunter Biden, President Biden's son. He got indicted on gun charges. Apparently, Hunter Biden was not allowed to have guns because he was a drug addict. So Hunter Biden is not following the laws of the land. He did not pay his taxes. Somehow Hunter Biden thought, well, I'm like a big shot lawyer, or my father will be president of the United States. My father was the vice president of the United States. So why should I pay taxes? Hunter Biden, guess what? If you live in America and you're a U.S. citizen, green card holder, or you've got a pulse, you owe IRS taxes. It's a moral obligation to pay taxes, even if you are a political person. No one is privileged above the law in order not to pay taxes. So now we see new charges being brought by the federal government against Hunter Biden. And is this tick for tack? Did President Joe Biden brought charges against Donald Trump because Hunter Biden also have charges? Now, I've been listening to analysts over the days on radio, and some on CNN and some on MSNBC saying, oh, Joe Biden age, he's too old, but no one is perfect. We've got Hunter Biden going to gun charges, and we've got President Donald Trump. Those are two separate things. One is politically motivated. The other one is reality. Hunter Biden did have a gun when he was not supposed to have one. And he's got to go ahead and make some explanation as to why he had guns when he's not supposed to. If you are a drug addict, you need to get help. You don't get yourself a gun. You go and get help, Hunter. I know drug addiction is big in the United States. It affects a lot of lawyers, but there's help for people, Hunter. You do not go above the law. Will Hunter Biden's saga affect President Donald Trump's run? Will Hunter Biden's saga affect his father, Joe Biden, run? We don't know yet. We're about to find out. Is Joe Biden too old to run? We heard Hillary Clinton saying that President Joe Biden is fine to run. Remember, Hillary has a vendetta against Donald Trump, because Hillary wanted to be president and Donald Trump snagged that from her. So Hillary will not be the first female president. But Kamala Harris, she is sitting pretty next to the VP. So that looks good. Nikki Haley looks good as well. Friends, go ahead and hit that free like and that free subscribe button. And I promise to tell you why U.S. homes are so expensive. There's 3 reasons. Number 1, it was President Clinton. When President Clinton came into office, he wanted everybody to own a home. So he started all that FHA with 3% down. And because everybody is going to own a home prices went higher. Number 2 is President Obama. Okay? In 2008, President Obama shut some banks down, shut them down. And when he shut the banks down, all the mortgages just stopped and the mortgage business collapsed. So people my age, 46 years old, they're still paying because of President Obama. So that's the number 2 reason that housing are expensive. And number 3 has to do with President Joe Biden. Remember when Joe Biden took office in 2020, what he did? He gave another $1.3 trillion. Everybody's like, that's way too much money. And the 2% interest rate was going on. And people said, raise the rate, President Biden, raise the rate, raise the rate. He didn't raise the rate. So a lot of people got 2% and 3%. And now the government has to buy it, which is at an $8 billion loss per month. So 3 big governments, they have stifled the housing market and housing got expensive because government manipulation affected it. And I've been doing housing for what, 45 years now. So I'm telling you that every time houses go up, it has to do with regulation by federal government. And I'm telling you, when Clinton said everybody needs to get a house, he was not making it up. The problem is houses went all the way up because supply demand. If everybody's going to get one, it's going to be expensive. Just like the student loans. We could talk about that another time. Friends and family, go ahead and check out those tag products courtesy of Neiman Marcus. They are gorgeous. I want you also to look at that McDonald's commercial, that Domino Pizza commercial as well. I'm going to try to stick them on in here. And it's just an honor and a privilege to come into your home. Friends, go ahead and hit that free like and that free subscribe button. I am Tisha Paul, and you recognize my face from Fox News or Newsmax, or when we went viral on Twitter, one of them. But people go, you're a very familiar face. Yes, from Fox News. We will see you again tomorrow. We will talk social media this week, Bitcoin. What is Gara Kensler up to? And we will talk real estate news. I'm going to give you my 2024 predictions. Go ahead and hit that free like and free subscribe button. We'll see you another time.